A hot topic in Pennsylvania right now, natural gas drilling. Even if you don't live or own property with Marcellus Shale, it affects you through jobs and the state's economy.
Well, tonight News 8 goes to Lycoming County, where gas drilling is happening in an area really known for its beautiful scenery. A Lancaster County resident who vacations in Oakham invited News 8's Caitlin Smith to see the impact on the community.
I try to make it every weekend if I can.
The trip from Lancaster to a mountaintop in Lycoming County.
It's peaceful, it's quiet, and you're away from the hustle bustle of the everyday life.
Bob Enterline's family has had a home here for more than 30 years.
You know, you get up in the morning and you look out the window and you see a deer, you see turkey, you see squirrel, you might see a bear.
It's a place to relax, but over the last 5 years, a new neighbor has moved in and not only changed the wildlife, but changed Bob's way of life in a way he never expected.
Like I said, I don't think anybody knew the magnitude of what was going to happen here. The peacefulness, the quietness is gone. You now, where you saw 5, 6, 7 vehicles a day, now you're looking at 200-300 tractor trailers a day.
And it's all in the name of fracking, using water pressure to break open rock, releasing natural gas.
They come in and they cut all the trees down.
In 2008, Governor Ed Rendell gave gas drilling companies the go-ahead here.
That was probably our biggest concern, is what's going to happen to our water.
Not his running water.
We'll take you out to where our spring is.
Water fresh from the ground that Bob doesn't bother boiling.
We've been drinking it since 1980 and nobody's gotten sick from it.
But last year, as a precaution because of the drilling, Bob bought protection.
They're very sensitive to the change in waters.
In the form of a fish. It's a native wild trout.
So if something would happen to my water, that fish is going to die, and I'm going to know it as soon as I get here.
Bob visits often, but has a friend who lives here.
All you hear all night is what you hear right now. Backup alarms, graders running, tracks running.
Several companies are drilling on state land and have also leased land from some residents.
So I think it's all about money.
Bob refuses to lease his land, but the man who owns this 30-acre property right beside him here, you see this farmland, he did agree to it. And by pure coincidence, he's also from the Susquehanna Valley.
Ron Dewitsky signed a 5-year contract with one of the gas companies.
They left me under the impression that they would come in as a well driller, would come in and drill a well and leave the property the way they found it.
After seeing the large drilling sites popping up in other places, Ron was...
I was horrified when I seen what they did. Literally horrified. And I could not wait for my lease to expire.
Now it has. The company ended up doing nothing with Ron's land, but still paying him $6,000. That's $200 per acre.
I spent that long ago.
That doesn't stop him from regretting the deal, though, but he's not completely against drilling. He says we need it, and it creates jobs.
I believe they have to do the gas thing. I don't have my head in a hole. I believe they got to do it, but it's got to be done correctly. It's got to be done right.
And couldn't it be done a little more quietly? Yes. Next month, at least one company, Pennsylvania General Energy, hopes to convert its drilling equipment from using diesel fuel to primarily using the very gas it's drilling for. That would take hundreds of trucks that carry the fuel up to the drilling site each day off the road and reduce air emissions as well. But will that be enough to keep the wildlife and residents around? In Lycoming County, Caitlin Smith, News 8.
Gas drilling brought $4 million to Lycoming County last year, and McHenry Township got $325,000 on top of that.
As we go to the break, we take